Whenever you experience emotions like anger, jealousy, anxiety, sadness, loneliness, or resentment, take a moment to ask yourself one powerful question. What am I afraid of and why? At first, it's easy to blame the person or situation that triggered these feelings, thinking they pushed your buttons. But in reality, this trigger may be revealing a deeper, unconscious fear, often rooted in past experiences, especially from childhood. The person or situation that upset you may actually be offering you a gift, an opportunity to uncover and heal a buried wound. You then have two choices. You can continue to blame the external trigger, keeping yourself stuck in the same emotional patterns, or you can look within and ask, what happened in the past to create this fear? One path keeps you where you are, the other leads to growth and liberation. You always have the free will to choose. Here are 10 common negative emotions that often stem from unconscious fears. 1. Anger. Often a response to feeling disrespected, threatened, or powerless. Beneath anger, there is usually a fear of losing control, not being heard, or being unable to protect oneself. This fear may trace back to childhood experiences of feeling helpless or ignored. 2. Sadness. Sadness often arises from a fear of loss or rejection. It can be tied to the fear of abandonment or separation, perhaps rooted in early experiences of losing someone important or feeling emotionally distant from caregivers. Frustration. Frustration comes when things don't go as planned or goals seem unreachable. Underneath this emotion is often a fear of failure, of not being good enough, or of disappointing others. This fear may stem from childhood experiences where your efforts were undervalued or success was linked to self-worth. Jealousy, envy. Jealousy stems from the fear of not being enough or losing something valuable, whether it's love, attention, or status. This fear may come from early experiences where you felt overshadowed or deprived, creating a deep-rooted insecurity. Guilt. Guilt often arises from the fear of being judged or rejected for your actions. It may stem from childhood experiences where you felt responsible for the emotions or outcomes of others, creating a fear of punishment or failure to meet expectations. Shame. Shame is deeply tied to the fear of rejection or criticism, as it involves a fear of being seen as unworthy or flawed. This fear often originates in childhood, where a sense of inadequacy may have been internalized due to harsh judgment or unmet societal expectations. Loneliness. Loneliness stems from the fear of being unwanted or unloved. This fear can go back to early experiences of emotional neglect or feeling excluded, leading to a belief that you are fundamentally unworthy of connection. Anxiety. Anxiety is directly linked to fear, particularly the fear of uncertainty or lack of control over future outcomes. Often rooted in childhood environments that were unstable or unpredictable. Anxiety can be a constant response to perceived dangers or unknowns. Resentment. Resentment arises from the fear of being wronged, exploited, or treated unfairly. Beneath this emotion, there's often a fear of powerlessness or feeling undervalued, which may come from past experiences of being overlooked or disrespected. Worry. Worry is the mind's way of trying to protect you from imagined dangers. It often stems from a fear of something bad happening or not being prepared. This can be linked to childhood experiences where you felt unsafe or unprepared for unexpected challenges. By honestly asking yourself what fear is at the root of my emotion, you can begin to untangle these deep-seated patterns and move toward emotional freedom. It's not about blaming the trigger, but recognizing it as a mirror, reflecting back to you the parts of yourself that need healing. When you choose the path of self-awareness, you are choosing growth and liberation over stagnation. You always have the choice and the power to heal.